been a long time since I've put anything out. I've been a little incapacitated with my knee replacements, so I'm 9 months removed on the left leg and 8 months on the right leg. So here I am on Silsadobsey Lake again. So I'm about ready to unload right here. I'm going to be going in a counterclockwise direction. It's kind of a test, but the important thing is that I'm out here and I'm going to give my body a test to see what I can handle. I'm feeling strong. It's going to be a beautiful weekend. It's incredibly warm today. So let's see how it goes. And thanks for following along. Not bad. Let's get him back in. Go ahead, big fella. Using the old Ned rig. You hammered that. So I just left Cranberry Cove campsite, and I'm going to be heading to Pocmpus Lake now and camping on that lake tonight. And we'll see about a third night. Not sure yet. Plan was to try and get into Scraggly Lake, but we'll see. So I've got, it's a good paddle today, maybe 10, 12 miles, I think. Maybe 10. So I've gotten a late start. I had a nice breakfast this morning, pancakes. I'll tell you what, they, probably the most delicious pancakes I've had. It was a brand called Jakeman's. I had never heard of it before, but delicious. And truth be told, I was going to make breakfast sandwiches, but can't do that without eggs. I forgot the eggs. I also brought some things, naan bread. I was gonna make some calzones, and I forgot the pizza sauce. So I'll get creative there. I do have cut up onions and green peppers and red peppers. I have some salami, some cheese, and yeah, there's plenty of food. It's just not yet practical food. Not complete anyway. Not complete per the plan. But they're sitting pretty at home in my refrigerator, so they're not with me. Yeah, that was a great camp. It is hot as blazes out today. Sweating buckets right now. After packing up camp and everything. Slightly, there's a gentle breeze. Not much. I don't expect much wind this weekend. It's not expected. Got a little bit of rain last night, and I mean very little. When I was setting up the tent, it started sprinkling a little bit and then immediately stopped. But the cloud cover above certainly looked like it was going to open up, but never did. And last night, very comfortable sleeping temperatures. Very warm when I went to bed, and then certainly, I believe, probably got down into the low 50s. Felt that way this morning anyway. So yeah, I had some coffee, some delicious pancakes. Now I'm just making my slow journey to my target, Denison Portage, which is the carry in between Dobsey Lake, Sisla Dobsey, and Pocmpus. So should be there, I think, 3 hours maybe. We'll see. This is about a 1 mile crossing, and couldn't pick a better day to do it. Last time I did this trip, it's kind of choppy. I had to be more strategic about it and hug the western shore and then dart over. I think I reduced my distance to a little less than half a mile. But right here where I'm at, it's about a mile, and I'm heading straight across. There is no breeze right now. None. Nobody out on the lake. Not yet, anyway. Beautiful lake.
Okay, just finished the Denison Portage, and I am now on Pocmpus Lake, where I'll be camping tonight. So that is a short carry. It's about, I don't know, 150 yards or so, I'd say. But I came right down the channel this time. There is a kind of like a unimproved boat launch on Dobsey side that I used last time. And then I came right up the channel and got as close as I could to the dam here. And that saved me a lot of lugging, unnecessary lugging. So now paddling away on Pocmpus. It's the old steam boiler that was used, and for some reason it's escaping my memory, but that steam boiler right there that you see in the water in front of you was used to generate power to lift, I believe, logs from Dobsey to Pocmpus Lake, or some type of mechanization to move from lake to lake. And it was on a barge. This steam boiler here was on a barge, and this is where it remains. This is where it rests. That's where it left. This is its final resting place. They never moved it. Just another relic from days of old. I wish I remembered the full story. So this part of the lake is Pocmpus Narrows, and that's exactly what it is. It's a narrow portion of the lake that will then dump out into the main lake proper. Pocmpus Narrows. Just arrived at my campsite. This is called Pocmpus East, and for those of you that might be interested in this area, That's on the Downeast Lakes Land Trust website. You can map out all the campsites and then plan your route. This is not one that I was going to choose today. However, based on this whole trip and the reason why I'm testing my body, I had enough. So coming out of the mouth of Pocmpus Narrows, it was only 3/4 of a mile, and I just shot right over. And last time I stayed up through the thoroughfare there at a site called Flood Cove, which unbelievable sunsets. But as you can see now, the wind has picked up, and literally I got here, it was a blazing hot day, super hot. Just I probably lost 10 pounds today, and the wind picked up, and that would have been a headwind. So I found this site, and I gotta be honest with you, it's absolutely fantastic. Unbelievable. It's gonna be incredible sunset here tonight too. Bluebird skies today. So let me take you around. Nice sandy beach, although this can, make things messy, but it's still nice. It's a little difficult landing for a canoe, at least my canoe. It's a boulder field, but just got to pick the right path. And it's just open and spacious. It's got a privy for proper long drops. Picnic table here. But when you're doing these things, this is a luxury. It really is. You get everything off the ground. And of course, all the camping I do doesn't always have that, but some do. And there's a fire pit. Open and spacious in here. It is on a grade. However, hammock camping, no problem. And then there's your little private privy. Ta-da! Yeah, that's where you do your business. So, very clean. Yeah, the way I'm feeling right now, this is great. I need a little bit of luxury. So, yeah, I'm really taken to this site. It's beautiful. Beautiful. Nice breeze out of the nice shade cover and out of the blazing heat. It was hot today. So, a nice little reprieve from the temperature situation today. Now, there you have it. Time to start setting up camp. Make dinner. Here we go. Pocmpus Lake. Really is beautiful. Maine is beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. And I'm glad I tried a new campsite, one that I wasn't familiar with. I could see it from a distance. So these there's room for exploring here too. These big rocks, you can actually walk along the shoreline, and who knows what you're gonna see. So anyway, I'm happy. I'm happy with the site. Tired, a little sore. So I'm ready to just call it a day. Not a day, there's still a lot of work to do, but as you know, anyone that camps, there's a lot of work to do, setting up and everything. So calling it a day from paddling. All right. guy. They fought really good though. Get him back in. Thank you, buddy. Thank you, bud. I think smallmouth bass fishing is one of my favorite types of fishing. I have so much respect for those little guys. You know, you can get really good size smallies that fight like a tank, but, you know. Those little ones too. Pound for pound, boy. Good fighters. This guy needs to eat something right now. In preparation for my dinner, where I have incomplete ingredients, because I forgot them, like the key ingredients. But hey, we're just gonna have a little tortilla surprise here. Just a little bit of provolone. Some Genoa salami. And some big ass pepperonis. And Hellman's, of course. Cheers. Because I had that scrumptious lunch at 4 o'clock when I pulled into the campsite, I'm not really that hungry. So default meals I always bring, don't usually eat them. Mountain Adventure chicken teriyaki. I've only had one other of these ever, and it was delicious. So that's what I'm going to do tonight. All the chores are done. I just figured I'd eat my chicken teriyaki in total quiet out here on the patio. Pretty nice.
Now we're ready for the assembly. I just have cheap syrup here. It's not the good stuff. But put a little dab of dew here. Now I think what needs to happen is that the pancake needs to absorb the syrup. So there's more juiciness of the pancake. Oh yeah. Just gonna let that suck up that deliciousness. And then we'll tear into this thing. I present to you the McTripper. Whoa. Whoa. That's delicious. Wow. The McTripper is born. Whoa! Don't you knock first? So I'm doing a calzone type of experiment. I have some Italian sausage remaining, some big ass pepperonis, some Genoa salami, provolone cheese, shredded cheese, some diced vegetables that I just sauteed with some butter, and I'm gonna whip it all together and let the cheese melt over all that goodness in these wannabe calzones. So, hopefully hopefully it comes out okay, because otherwise I don't have any other options. I'm gonna eat it anyway. Stay tuned. It turned out okay. Just a straight up calzone thing. I mean, when you think about it, the ingredients that we used: onions, green peppers, cheese, pepperoni, salami. How can it be bad? Just not a practical thing. Not many people would make it this way, but sometimes when you're on the trail, you have to improvise. Oh yeah, baby. It's really good. So good morning. This is my final day. I'll be paddling all the way to Bottle Lake. So this is Pocmpus Lake. I'll be paddling through the thoroughfare into the juniors, junior stream, junior bay, junior lake, Bottle Stream to Bottle Lake. And I'll take out, and I have about 1.25 mile walk back to my vehicle, and that'll complete the trip. This has been an extraordinary stay, very comfortable. The Downeast Lake Land Trust is an amazing organization, and this site is free. All of these sites are free. So they only have a few expectations of you, and that is to pick up all your trash, leave some firewood for the next camper, make sure that the outhouse is clean, leave a roll of toilet paper if you have that, and I did. You know, it's very basic, just common courtesy items that make for this great place. And the DLLT, they are managing like 57,700 acres of the Downeast Lakes forest region in lakes and waters. So it's an expansive area and a fun area to explore. Yesterday, I enjoyed the site so much that I just needed to stay another day, and went for a walk and just putzed around, fished. Really didn't have a whole lot to do other than just take care of myself. And but now today I have about a 12-mile paddle, where it is now 6:30 in the morning, all packed up, ready to go. So again, another enjoyable stay here at the DLLT. Thank you, DLLT. This is quite amazing. Here comes the sun, doo doo doo. Here comes the sun, I'll say it's alright. Doo 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 doo. Well, that was kind of a shit show, and that's why I didn't want to start my trip right there. I had to jump on that log over there, and then I just basically pulled my boat out of the mud. If I were to step in that, it would have gone up to my knees because that's how deep it went with my paddles. So anyway, this derailed my plans for the start of my trip, but I was committed to ending it here. So a little bit of work and we got it done, but now I got about a 1.25 mile walk. It is now noon and I started at 6:30 today. Paddled 12 miles in that time. Had to deal with some very challenging winds today. 1 mile per hour winds with gusts up to 2. Can you believe it? Oh, can you believe it? It was crazy good paddling. Breeze is picking up a little bit now, but it's not even supposed to be much. I think 5 p.m. tonight it was going to be like a max of 4 mile per hour gusts, wind gusts. So yeah, today I left my Pocmpus East campsite and paddled the western shore of Pocmpus Lake. I set my eyes on the old Darrow Wilderness Camp, which I remember when that popped up for sale. That's when I started learning a little bit about it, but still don't know a lot to this day. But for years, historically, kids would camp there for the summer, learn wilderness skills, whole bunch of good stuff. And then it closed after years of operations. And then it went up for sale. I think that whole compound, which included 2 lodges and a bunch of lean-tos, $250,000 back when I saw it was for sale. I even said to my wife, you know, we should look at that. And she says, what are you, nuts? Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, so anyway, back to my paddle today. Western Shore, Pocmpus, stopped at Darrow Wilderness Camps. And then up to Junior Bay, Junior Stream, Junior Lake. Bottle Stream, Bottle Lake, and here I am. Walking back to Spruce Lodge Cabins, where I've always felt comfortable leaving my vehicle. And, you know, for $10 a day, it just gives you peace of mind. And because it's only noon, I'm going to be able to go get something to eat. And then 4-hour drive, 4.5-hour drive home. Listen to the Pats on the way home. Patriots, that is. Go Pats. Trip is over, and it was a good one. A good test for my body, good test for my knees. Feeling pretty good. Today was a long sit, a long paddle with no breaks. So I was ready to get out of the canoe, and this is a nice walk because of that. So, all right, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.